Age is just a number, and it doesn't limit our ability to change. The idea of the power of now tells us that every moment is a chance for us to make a difference. Like a river that keeps flowing, time always gives us new opportunities to change our path. This idea matches with Stoic beliefs, reminding us that it's never too late to make important changes in our lives. Every new beginning starts with the end of an old one. These words, which repeat Seneca's wise words, remind us of how powerful change and development can be. From this point of view, we should accept that life goes in cycles and recognize that deaths are not only the end, but also the start of something new. Having this kind of perspective helps us stay upbeat and strong when things change, because we know that every ending, no matter how hard, can lead to something good and new. It's easy to think that once we hit a certain age, our chances to change and grow are gone because we live in a society that often praises youth as the best time to learn and grow. In contrast, what if we told you that it's never too late to start over, learn new things, and change for the better? As we go through life, there are times when our old habits and our hopes for the future take different tracks. At these points of no return, the timeless knowledge of Stoicism shines best, showing the way forward. People who are older often feel like they don't have as many chances as they used to. Stoicism, a philosophy with roots in old Greece and Rome, offers a different perspective. It shows us that every stage of life is full of possibilities, and every moment is a chance to start over. Marcus Aurelius said, "The universe changes. Our life is what our thoughts make it." This strong quote shows that Stoics believe that the mind has the power to change things, no matter what age or situation you are in. It's not just a philosophy. Stoicism is also a way of life. Its ideas are just as important now as they were when Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius wrote them. This philosophy teaches us to concentrate on what we can change, to separate ourselves from the results of other people's actions, and to find inner peace and resilience in the face of the changes and difficulties that come with life. This way of thinking gives you a lot of power, especially when you want to keep learning and change yourself. Let's start this trip together. Remember that it doesn't matter where you come from or how old you are. What matters is that you are ready to live in the present, use the power of now, and take bold steps toward ongoing learning and growth. Let the advice of the Stoics help you get through the rough seas of change. Let's also talk about how it's never too late to reinvent yourself and reach your full potential. We're going to talk about how it's never too late to change, get better, take on new challenges, and reinvent yourself today. Now, come with us as we learn the secrets of Stoicism for improving yourself and learning throughout your life. Our first lesson will be about understanding the power of the present moment. Lesson 1. Enjoy the present. The first and most important lesson on the Stoic path of ongoing learning is to enjoy the present moment. Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without worrying about the future." This is what drives our desire to keep growing. According to Stoicism, time is not seen as a straight line, but as a set of present moments in which we live and act. Right now is where our power is. The past can't be changed, and the future is hard to guess. As a result, we can control and act in the moment. Getting started over today, you might feel bad about missed chances or anxious about the unknown future. Stoicism, on the other hand, instructs us to see each day as a fresh start. When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself that you can start over, learn something new, or break a bad habit. This way of thinking isn't just for kids. It's a timeless idea that works for everyone. Actionable steps to live in the present. 1. Mindful awareness. Do a mindfulness activity first thing in the morning. Pay attention to your breaths as you sit still. Forget about the past and the future that you are worried about. Focus on the present moment. 2. Daily affirmation. Tell yourself every morning that today is a new chance to learn and grow. Speak. Today, I am a learner. Today, I embrace new beginnings. 3. You should pick a small thing you want to learn or get better at. It could be something as easy as reading a chapter, learning a new language for 15 minutes, or cooking something new. The important thing is to make it realistic and based in the present. The Stoic way to learn for life. The Stoic way to learn for life is to develop an attitude that sees the present as a place where growth and change can happen. It means seeing each day as a new part in your life book where you are the author and can start writing a new story no matter what page you are on. The lesson of Stoicism that we should use the present to start changing and learning is a strong warning that age is just a number. Your road to continued growth and development is set by how you think and act today. Don't miss this chance. It's never too late to learn, grow, and change. Lesson 2. Being strong in hard times. Stoic philosophy is based on a deep understanding of how unpredictable life is and how bad things will always happen to you. Marcus Aurelius, a famously Stoic emperor, said, "What stands in the way becomes the way." This lesson is about turning problems into opportunities, which is a key way of thinking for anyone who wants to learn new things and improve themselves throughout their life, but especially as they get older. Adversity as a teacher. Stoics don't see problems as problems, but as lessons that are worth learning. You can practice virtues like patience, courage, and resilience every time you face a problem. It's normal to have problems when you're trying to learn something new or get used to something new. Don't see these as mistakes. Instead, see them as ways to get better and master things. Choosing to be uncomfortable. Choosing to be uncomfortable is a way to build resilience. In this case, stepping out of your comfort zone could mean doing something that scares you or taking on an intellectually difficult job. Being able to handle pain is something that you should work on because it will help you in all of your learning. Steps you can take right now to build resilience. 1. Dare yourself every day. Come up with a small way to leave your comfort zone every day. It could be starting a talk about a subject you don't know much about, taking up a new hobby, or learning a new language. 2. Think about your past successes. Every day, take some time to think about the problems you've solved in the past. Your confidence in your capacity to overcome future challenges is strengthened by this thought. 3. Having a growth mindset means believing that your skills and intelligence can improve with commitment and hard work. As you begin to see problems as chances to learn and grow, this attitude encourages resilience and a love of learning. 4. Writing in a book every day can help you see things more clearly. Write down not only the problems you face, but also how you deal with them. This practice gives you a sense of perspective by showing you how you've dealt with problems in the past. Read over your posts to see how you've changed and how you can keep growing. This habit fits with the Stoic practice of self-reflection, which helps you remember what you've learned and get ready for new tasks. 5. Prayers for the Stoic. Set aside time for prayers for the Stoic that focus on resilience. Think about the idea of the dichotomy of control, which means separating what you can control from what you can't. Focusing on the things you can change, like your actions, responses, and attitudes, gives you more strength to deal with problems. This exercise also makes you less anxious about things going on in the outside world, which makes you more adaptable. To be more resilient when you're having a hard time learning new things
is ready to gush forth if you persist in your quest. Such actions are advantageous to you, the people around you, and the greater good. Stoicism embraces the notion of a connected universe in which everyone and everything has a connection. As a result, doing what is for the greater good ultimately benefits you. As a result, the Stoics were adamant that individuals who committed themselves to society's welfare were those who were most in tune with reason. In other words, they lived by their morals. The Stoics, on the other hand, believed that ignorance was to blame for the lack of virtue. Virtues can be your guiding stars, keeping you on the right path and grounded when life throws you into unexpected situations. Because of this, those who are most endowed with virtue frequently exude calm and calmness. One must absorb the 4 Stoic cardinal virtues of wisdom, justice, temperance, and courage in order to embody virtue. The ability to discriminate between good, bad, neutral, and everything in between is what is meant by wisdom, according to the Stoics. It requires overcoming the influence of feelings and letting reason decide what is morally right. When faced with a choice, intelligence enables you to weigh both possibilities objectively. Justice comes next. Justice is built on wisdom, which is a dedication to what is fair and appropriate for both oneself and other people. The Stoic saw it as a responsibility to oneself, one's fellow people, and society at large. The third virtue, courage, enables action even in the presence of one's own dread. It encourages you to embark on things despite not knowing how they will turn out, or to act for the greater good. Courage is the deliberate choice to move forward despite emotional obstacles, rather than the elimination of fear, desire, or anxiety. Last but not least, temperance, which is more commonly known as moderation, refers to the practice of maintaining a middle ground between extremes. It requires the use of discipline, restraint, and self-control. Marcus Aurelius emphasized how our ability to self-regulate sets us apart from other animals. Temperance prioritizes long-term well-being over momentary pleasure. Consider a bag of chips. In this situation, practicing self-control means stopping after just a few bites. The appropriate quantity to take before calling it quits is defined by wisdom. Consuming the whole bag could bring some short-term pleasure, but it puts one's health and even mood in risk. Stoicism divides things and actions into 3 categories: good, bad, and indifferent, according to personal inclination. The guiding principles were to seek good, shun evil, and embrace indifference. These values promote a calm, collected state in addition to personal improvement. You can always walk the virtuous path led by reason and cultivate a calm mind if your acts are in line with these virtues. Adopting a bigger picture viewpoint. 5th lesson, adopt a broader viewpoint whenever you want. To converse about individuals, it's best to take a bird's-eye view and see everything at once, as Marcus Aurelius says in our final quotation from Plato. Adopting a wide-angle vision is a really vital component of developing mental clarity. In the craziness of life, we frequently find ourselves enmeshed in every problem, each problem seeming to carry the weight of the entire globe. Imagine yourself in a small group. You can feel as though the city as a whole is choked with people. However, taking a few steps back and changing your perspective will show you a completely other reality. In essence, we become aware of how insignificant our individual experiences are and how tiny we are in the great scheme of things when we step back and reflect on the grand tapestry of our universe and existence. People frequently fail to recognize that even within their own lives, their own experiences and perspectives aren't the only ones that need consideration. Take, for example, a person who has had a negative experience with dogs. Unless they consciously accept the possibility of different experiences, they may find it difficult to imagine that dogs could be cherished companions to others. It's important to remember that people's experiences and perspectives aren't the only ones that need consideration. This self-examination technique has many advantages. Think about having to decide whether to accept a newly opened position somewhere or keep your current position. Making such a choice could seem difficult, especially if you're not sure which one would help you achieve your goals. Although you are apprehensive of the added duties that come with a promotion and your existing position gives security, the allure of higher pay tempts you. You could feel trapped by this predicament. However, beneath the surface, there are a multitude of unrealized opportunities. Have you considered switching careers entirely or looking into a side business that would be complementary to your current position? Perhaps focusing on a passion will help you divert your attention from less enjoyable duties. It's completely conceivable that you are unaware of a number of uncharted life paths. Making well-informed decisions is greatly aided by adopting a broad perspective rather than focusing only on present issues. Expanding your horizons is beneficial for both setting priorities and forming opinions. It's critical to take into account all angles and options in a situation in order to reach a thorough conclusion. Additionally, taking a step back means removing yourself from personal prejudices and opinions temporarily. Putting aside your desires might give you a new perspective and inspire you to think about the people in your life and your obligations to them. You might view an activity like littering as insignificant in the heat of the moment. The significance of your propensity to litter, in contrast to the sustainability of the planet, becomes vividly obvious when you pause and broaden your viewpoint to consider the totality of the world and the potential implications if everyone followed suit. It has already been established that the Stoics believed that everything in the universe is interconnected and that your own well-being is enhanced by the well-being of the entire world. When you are confronted with a decision, challenge, difficulty, or change in your life, it is essential to take a step back and consider the world as a whole, rather than simply your own life. You can ponder some issues internally. This can be done immediately or later, perhaps while you reflect on your day while taking a bath. The most frequently asked questions are, what potential long-term implications might my choice or action have? How could another person's viewpoint on this be different from mine? Do I know somebody who could help who is in a comparable situation or has goals that are similar to mine? Does my decision or action have an impact on how I feel? Does it have an impact on those who are close to me? Are there any options that I have not yet thought of? It benefits you personally to take the time to think about all facets of the universe, since it makes it easier for you to comprehend your decisions, behaviors, and thoughts. Additionally, it allows you to aid the rest of the world, which benefits both of you. When you take the whole picture into account, you'll always have an overarching perspective that frees you from unwarranted skepticism or restraint. Join our community of Stoic minds by subscribing today to receive timely insights, useful advice, and timeless wisdom from Marcus Aurelius and other luminaries.